Efnysien fab Euroswydd is a sadistic anti-hero in Welsh mythology, appearing prominently in the tale of Branwen.The, Llŷr, the second branch of the Mabinogi, described by Will Parker as a study in the psychopathic personality and an embodiment of the forces of antisocial disruption. He is the catalyst of the tale's ultimate tragedy, and is largely responsible for the destruction of both Ireland and the island of the Mighty. He is the son of Euroswydd and Penarddun, twin brother to Nisien, and half-brother to Brân, Manawydan and Branwen. The Welsh Triads call Llŷr one of the three exalted prisoners of Britain for his captivity at Euroswydd's hands. This is likely to a lost tradition of the birth of Penarddun's younger sons. Role in Welsh tradition. The Irish king Manawydan sails to Llŷr to speak with Brân, the blessed High King of the island of the Mighty, and to ask for the hand of his sister, Branwen, in marriage, thus forging an alliance between the two islands. Embodiment agrees to Manawydan's request, but the celebrations are cut short when Efnysien, a half-brother to the children of Llŷr, brutally mutilates Manawydan's horses, angry that his permission was not sought in regards to the marriage. Manawydan is deeply offended until Brân offers him compensation in the form of a magic cauldron that can restore the dead to life. Pleased with the gift, Manawydan and Branwen sail back to Ireland to reign. Once in Manawydan's kingdom, Branwen gives birth to a son, Brân, but Efnysien's insult continues to rankle among the Irish, and eventually, Branwen is mistreated, banished to the kingdom and beaten every day. She tames the starling and sends it across the Irish Sea with a message to her brother Brân, who sails from Wales to Ireland to rescue her with his brother Manawydan and a huge host of warriors mustered from the 154 cantrefs of Britain. The Irish offer to make peace and build a house big enough to entertain Embodiment, but hang 100 bags inside, supposedly containing flour but actually containing armed warriors. Efnysien, suspecting treachery, reconnoiters the hall and kills the warriors by crushing the skulls. Later, at the feast, Efnysien, again feeling insulted, murders Gwen by burning him alive, and, as a result, a vicious battle breaks out. Seeing that the Irish are using the cauldron to revive the dead, he hides among the Irish corpses and is thrown into the cauldron by the unwitting enemy. He destroys the cauldron from within, sacrificing himself in the process. Only 7 men survive the conflict, among them Manawydan, Taliesin and Pryderi fab Pwyll, Prince of Dyfed. Branwen, having herself died of a broken heart. The survivors are told by a mortally wounded Brân to cut off his head and to return it to Britain. For 7 years the 7 survivors stay in Llŷr, where they are entertained by Embodiment's head, which continues to speak. They later move on to Wales, where they live for 80 years without perceiving the passing of time. Eventually, Highland fab Gwyn opens the door of the hall facing Cornwall, and the sorrow of what had befallen them returns. As instructed, they take the now silent head to the Gwynfryn, the White Hill, where they bury it facing France so as to ward off invasion. Character analysis. Described variously by modern scholars as warped, perverted, malicious, and psychopathic, Efnysien is often considered to be one of the most vivid and interesting characters to appear in the 4 branches. Referring to Efnysien's atrocities throughout the tale, Will Parker writes, "The rage here is calculated, as is the horrific orgy of violence that follows. His actions are deliberately staged to inflict the most profound damage to the weak points of the social fabric around him, in this case relations with the men of Ireland. While he is in some ways an embodiment of the forces of antisocial disruption the author is targeting throughout the Mabinogi, there is also the complex inner life, which finds a poignant expression in his final demise." Jeffrey Gantz describes him as The controlling force of Branwen, a story all by himself, progressively insecure and envious, cruel and sadistic, clever and resourceful, repentant and self-sacrificing. The character has been compared to other trickster figures, such as the Irish hero Bricri Unemthenge and the Norse god Loki. Nikolai Tolstoy describes Efnysien as the gallant of peevish Britain who selflessly sacrifices himself for his comrades, while he is characterized by Proenches McCanna as a force of irrational malice and hate. In modern media, Efnysien appeared prominently in the 2003 film Otherworld, in which he was voiced by Welsh actor Alan Raglan. In 2006, Welsh singer-songwriter Elin Fflur released an EP entitled Ysbryd Efnysien. Efnysien is the title of a song by Italian band Atraxia.